In a world addicted to noise, the one who chooses silence gains an uncommon advantage. Silence is not absence. It is present. It is not a weakness. It is a command. The moment you turn inward and choose quiet over constant reaction, you step into a different level of discipline, a level where focus sharpens, energy consolidates, and strength deepens. Most people surrender their power without realizing it. They explain when no explanation is needed. They react to every vibration of the outside world. They give away fragments of themselves through endless apologies, constant validation seeking, and knee-jerk responses. But when you stop scattering your attention outward and begin directing it inward, something extraordinary happens. Clarity emerges. Energy refines. Your very presence starts to speak louder than your words. Guarding your energy is the foundation of everything: your thoughts, your discipline, your direction. Yet most individuals leak theirs away without noticing. One unnecessary conversation at a time. One reflexive apology at a time. One mindless scroll at a time. Until one day they wake up drained, anxious, and resentful, wondering what went wrong. What went wrong was simple. Their life no longer belonged to them. Their focus was hijacked by distractions. Their time was consumed by other people's demands. Their emotions were dictated by opinions that should never have mattered. When energy fragments, so does direction. So does discipline. So does identity. You cannot remain anchored in yourself if you're trying to be everything for everyone. Living in constant reaction makes you a puppet, pulled by moods, notifications, obligations, and noise. No wonder so many feel hollow. Their strength isn't gone, it's scattered. The remedy is not louder effort. The remedy is silence. Silence to reclaim your attention. Silence to filter what is essential from what is empty. Silence to remind yourself, my energy is not charity. It is currency. The discipline of focus. You cannot build a meaningful life if you are perpetually pulled away from yourself. Focus is not optional. It is survival. And silence is the ground where focus is trained. Protect your mornings like sacred space. Say no without apology. Be quiet without guilt. Stop explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Withdraw from the chaos of others and guard your own rhythm. This is not selfishness, it is sovereignty. The moment you begin governing your energy as if your life depends on it, you will realize it always did. The language of presence. Powerful individuals do not need to shout. Their silence carries more weight than the noise of the crowd. In a culture that glorifies visibility and volume, true power is understated. Presence is not claimed, it is earned. The loudest person in the room often carries the least confidence. Real strength does not chase attention. It emanates composure. When a man who governs himself enters a room, he doesn't have to demand respect. It arrives with him. So watch your words as carefully as your money. Spend them with intention. Speak less, but when you speak, let your words carry weight. A simple no. A firm instruction. A clear observation. That is the sound of influence. Inner mastery before outer command. You cannot direct the external world until you have disciplined your internal one. Wealth, recognition, and status mean nothing if your inner world is chaotic. If every critique destabilizes you, if every impulse dictates your behavior, you are not yet in command. Mastery begins in silence. Sitting with yourself until your deepest insecurities surface. Observing your hunger for validation. Facing your discomfort instead of fleeing it. Breathing through it. Remaining present. And in that stillness, your authentic self begins to emerge, no longer hidden behind masks and performance. From that point, you stop blaming. You stop justifying. You stop running. You accept full responsibility for your life. That is the threshold of true strength. Sacred silence as a filter. Silence is not punishment, it is purification. When you withdraw unnecessary words, connections, and explanations, the false begins to fall away. The shallow vanish. The inauthentic exit. And you are left with truth about yourself, about others, about your path. Not everyone will survive your silence. Many only valued what you gave, not who you are. When you stop feeding them, they disappear. Let them. Their absence is your freedom. What remains is clarity. Focus. A calendar that reflects your priorities. A life aligned with your own rhythm instead of someone else's chaos. Silence makes this possible. Motion with meaning. Business is not progress. Noise is not momentum. Most people fail not from lack of talent but from fractured attention. They chase distractions, compare timelines, and mistake activity for advancement. The shift is simple. Stop racing others. Start honoring your own pace. Protect one sacred hour of undistracted silence daily. In that hour, think deeply, create intentionally, move deliberately. That single hour of focus outweighs an entire day of reaction, because while others scroll, you train. While others talk, you build. While others seek attention, you cultivate presence. That is how progress compounds, not through addition, but through subtraction. The discipline of becoming everything you seek, peace, power, clarity, respect, lives on the other side of daily discipline. Not glamorous effort, but consistent, quiet, intentional practice. Rising early. Guarding your attention. Choosing silence over noise. Presence over performance. Direction over distraction. Life aligns with what is centered. And when you are centered, when your energy is contained, your breath is steady, your focus sharp, the right opportunities and people will find you naturally. Not because you demanded them, but because you embodied alignment. The truth is this: you do not need more noise. You need more silence. Protect it. Practice it. Live it. Because in silence, everything begins to fall into place.